Hello, I'm Chef Rob Stinson, and this is Fit to Eat. Today we're making chicken skewers and cilantro cream soup. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's take a quick break and we'll get started. Stick around. Welcome back. We've talked about how healthy chicken is before. Chicken is good for the heart, good for energy, and it may even help fight Alzheimer's. But be extremely careful when handling raw chicken so it doesn't come into contact with other foods, especially those foods that'll be served uncooked. Wash the cutting board, wash the utensils, wash your hands, hot soapy water, and that's the way to go. But let's go ahead, take a look at our chicken and where we're going to go with this. I've actually taken the liberty of making some skewers here, and we're going to make them together so you'll see exactly how easy it is. But before we do that, I want to take our spices and make a little spice rub, if you would, for the grilled chicken. So let's move this chicken back, put a small bowl here in the center. And this is really, really easy. It's a mix you can make up and hold and keep and use for pork, for chicken. I would even put this on seafood. It's a great mix. All right, we're going to start off and put our Dijon mustard. It's a powdered Dijon mustard. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Little black pepper. This is smoked paprika. We're going to talk more about that at the end of the show, and I'm actually going to show you how to make your own because it's very expensive. And then curry powder. All right, now that we've got all those in, let's take and just literally mix it as easily as you can. And I want to bring up, we were talking about how you handle chicken. The key point with this is if you want to use this spice later, don't let the chicken go in the spice. Put the spice on the chicken itself. All right, let's move that to the side and take a chicken breast now. And this is a 4-ounce chicken breast. It's a good portion size for you to have. We're going to cut it right down the center. There's a little sinew in the center of the chicken. If it comes to the side like that one does, just cut it off. All right, move that over to the side. Then we want to look at the way each of these aligns itself and cut long pieces, okay? So you can see, really simple, easy, long piece. And we're going to do that on both sides. Cut nice and through, and remember, we're going to clean all this, but let's go ahead and put a couple of these together. Now, the trick is to try and keep the skewer in the center of the chicken so it'll stay as flat as possible when you go to cook it. It'd also help when you're making these, and you can see there's one half. Let's do the other half here. And now you've got one where literally you really can't see the skewer. That's perfect. Let's do the other. Really neat little trick. It's much easier than kind of putting them through there up and under and like you're sewing. This way, you don't see the wood and you get an even cook. All right, we got one more to go. And you don't have, there's a part right here where it's thin, so you're going to see it on one side. So it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, now you've got two, just the way we want them. All right, just because the crew is so hungry today, let me move this over here. Going to pull this one chicken breast to the side. And I've got a lot of chicken skewers here. So what we're going to do, take a spoon and dust these with our spice that we talked about. So on there you got your curry, your onion, your garlic, pepper, smoked paprika, and you can see it's got a nice color to it already. We're doing 6 skewers. Crew, you guys must be hungry out there, so we're going to take care of you. We're going to take care of you. Now, the portion size for this, let's be very clear about this, is 2 skewers, 4 ounces. Each one is 2 ounces. Don't need any more than that. That's the perfect amount because we're going to fill you up with all the other delicious food that we have. And you can see, I was very, very careful. You really don't need to do both sides of this, but you can if you like. It's up to you. I'm going to throw a little bit more on this one on the end you got left out. All right, perfect. So what do we do next? We've got our pan warm on this side. I'm going to turn the heat up on it. And you can actually take these out to a grill and cook them. But let's go ahead, spray our pan. Get a nice pan coating on there. And put the seasoning side down. We're going to turn our heat up while we're at it on the other burner for our asparagus. Asparagus, I love asparagus. And let's get these in the pan where we know they'll be cooking. I'm going to leave you with those for one moment while I do a little quick housekeeping. Like we said, we want to make sure I've got a little sanitizer for the board. And I'm going to go get my hands here. And presto changeo, we'll kick the heat up on high, and those chicken skewers will be doing great. Now, let's talk about asparagus. Asparagus contains a compound which helps the body break down carcinogens and other harmful components. Asparagus also contains antioxidants that help fight the aging process. Asparagus is also a natural diuretic that helps the body release fluids and excess salts. So it's got all kinds of great benefits. The reason I like cooking with it as well, I love the way it tastes. All right, we're going to move and swap our pans. Let the chicken cook on this side. Going to move our smaller pan over here. And to that pan, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of our oil, little olive oil. And remember, that diffuser on top of that bottle keeps it from coming out too much. Now we're going to throw in a couple tablespoons of our sliced onion, about a teaspoon of our fresh minced garlic. I already get a great aroma. Little bit of pepper, and I'm going to add some more pepper at the tail end. And let's move that around a little bit and start that onion cooking. Now we want to throw a little color in this. I just happen to have some red bell pepper. Use whatever you have. You know, it's nice. You could throw, we're going to actually top these over some tomatoes so you'll have some more color. But I think it's a beautiful way to add a little flavor and color. And you know, it's so common. You can find red bell pepper in the store. If you slice it ahead and put it in a resealable bag in your home, it's really easy to keep it fresh. All right, now the fun part. The asparagus. Let's go ahead and we're going to take about, now these are small. You know, look at the size of these. In the recipe, I've got 6 split in half because I was planning on being bigger. So use your portion, and it's going to be about a 3-ounce portion. We're going to throw that in the pan. And remember my trick. When you want to deglaze the pan, a little water goes a long way, so you don't have to use wine if you don't want to. Immediately you can see it starting to steam in that pan. And these small asparagus spears will not take long at all to cook. So we've got our asparagus going great. I'm going to move over and take a look at our chicken. Let's turn these skewers over. And they're browning perfectly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking better. Looking really good. Oh, you chicken skewers are going to be so good. And I tell you what, that's perfect the way they're coming out. Come back over and toss this. Kind of get those asparagus spears a little more tender. That's what we want to go for. I like to keep them bright green. So we'll get started on the cilantro cream soup as soon as we get back. And we'll talk about some of the health benefits of fresh cilantro. And it's easy to grow at home, right? We'll find out. Come right back.
That day is all about celebrating American agriculture, about celebrating our American farmer, all the hard work he does producing our food and fiber. And it's about showcasing our local farmers. Most children think right now their food just comes off the grocery shelf or from a fast food restaurant. They need to know more about it, about how it's grown, how to prepare it, and what better to do it, than Ag Day to teach them how to do some of those things. One of the things I did with vermeer composting is learning how earthworms take old compost, like food scraps, and turn it into good, usable soil. And the 5 glove activity, they were just learning about the different seeds they can put in the gloves so they can grow some of the lettuces and things like that.
Well, we're just trying to make people aware of what's available, sort of when it's going to be available, and really sort of let the kids actually see the raw vegetable. They come by and then they ask questions and I sort of tell them how it's grown. They get to actually see the person that grew the vegetables and they know whether or not it's fresh.
One dairy we had here was Progress Dairy. They had whole milk, they had reduced fat milk and chocolate milk. And it's pasteurized, not homogenized. And so therefore you can digest it a lot easier than you can homogenized milk. We had several chefs from local restaurants teaching people some of their new recipes. It's important for you to shop at the local farmers market to help your local farmers out, but you get fresh produce, fresh eggs, without having to wait on them. They're grown right here local. Just eat fresh, eat local. It's better for your health.
Welcome back. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about cilantro, but I want to add some beautiful leaf cilantro to my asparagus. This meal is kind of centered around cilantro and the cilantro cream soup. So we're going to let that sit on the side, deglaze it a little bit more, and it's perfect. All right, let's turn the heat down on that. And let's talk about cilantro. We've got some beautiful cilantro here, and in parts of Europe, cilantro has been referred to as the anti-diabetic plant. In parts of India, it's traditionally been used for its anti-inflammatory properties. In the United States, cilantro has recently been studied for its cholesterol-lowering effects. And the best part, it's simple to grow in your own herb garden, so this would be a must grow if you like to do herbs. Basil, cilantro, parsley, rosemary, man, they're really easy to grow. So let's have a little fun here. We're going to take this pan, move it around, and we're going to get started on our cilantro cream. And as you look here in the middle of this, you see, wow, we got a lot of ingredients. I want to go through them and show them to you. This is chopped cilantro. When it's in the milk, it's going to actually help color the soup a little green. That's what we want. Fine diced onion, fine chopped jalapenos, fine diced celery and garlic, parsley, and then our thickener is fat-free cream cheese, a little white pepper because we don't want to see black specks in the soup, and our skim milk and a little vegetable stock. All right, how do we put all this together? The one thing I'm sure people out there might be saying to me is, well, you know what, you can take things and cut them that fine with a knife, Rob. We're not that good with a knife. You can easily do this in a blender or a food processor. So keep that in mind. Don't let that become a reason you don't try making some homemade soups. All right, let's look right now. We've got our pan warm. We're going to add actually a little bit of our spray, our pan coating. Pan is good and hot. And the reason we want it hot to begin with is to get our onions going. It's going to be kind of the meat of the soup, so to speak, and our celery and our garlic, so that there'll be good flavoring from natural vegetables. All right. Turn that, have a little bit of fun with it. I know you say, I can't do that. You can do that. You got to try. I don't have any sympathy. You've got to learn to flip the skillet. It's fun. All right, now you notice some of this garlic is in clumps, so break it apart. Don't want to get a big piece of anything in this soup. This is more of a subtle soup. All right. That looks really good, okay? Very easy to do. All right, so now where we're going to go with this is we're going to put our stock in. And this deglazes the pan, gets all those flavors off of the bottom of the pan into the soup where we want it. And you notice I'm doing this in a nice low pan so you guys can see it all. All right, skim milk. You're saying to me, wait a minute, skim milk can't have any real flavor, huh? Skim milk can make a great sauce if you do it correctly. And by that, you've got to thicken it. So what we're going to do to thicken it is take some of the fat-free cream cheese, hold it in our tongue, and spread it around. And you're going to notice that it immediately cools the pan down. You hear it stop sizzling. And you get in a nice creamy texture to the soup. And you're going to say, well, wait a minute, Rob, where's the cilantro? Here comes the cilantro. This is the time you want to add in your chopped cilantro. Mix that cream cheese all throughout. Going to put a little, we've got about 3 tablespoons in there. Okay, and we're going to let that melt a little bit. I'm going to move some of this out the side. Got a little bit of our white pepper. It's time to put that in. And a little bit of our parsley. Okay? So now let's move this to the side. Got to keep stirring it. You can see how it's bubbling on the edges. So we're going to turn that heat down a little bit. We want the milk to actually reduce, but we want to get that cream cheese to melt nice and evenly. It's got such a great aromatic aroma to it right now. We've saved a little cilantro or jalapeno for the garnish, but I want to have some fun with you. All right, you ready? All right, I know everybody's sitting there, and if you haven't heard of smoked paprika, it's one of the very trendy spices. The problem is a small bottle is extremely expensive. Too much for me to pay. So, follow me. I'm going to show you a trick. We're going to get our smoker. Okay, we're going to bring it over here so you can see how we do this. I'm not going to actually go through the whole process, but I'm going to show you exactly how you can. And if you've seen this at home, on any of the other episodes where we have smoked items, it's fantastic. All right, we're going to take, and this is regular Spanish paprika, put it on this end of the smoker. On this end, we're putting hickory chips directly below the grate. So they're on the bottom of the pan. You don't need many. Little small handful like I just did is perfect. All right. Then what you're going to do is go ahead back to the stove. And I'm going to move this soup over here. Hang on one second. Let's stir this one last time here. Looking so good. I wish you could get the aroma that this cilantro has left, because it is just absolutely delicious by the aroma. And I like the consistency. If you look at this right now, I'm telling you, you would think, wow, that looks like a beautiful cream soup, and it isn't. I promise you, has none of the fat. You know, you're using skim milk, fat-free cream cheese. It just couldn't be better for you. All right, now, let's move that off the heat for a moment. It's to a point where it's doing just great, and it's reduced about in half, because I've got to show you how simple this is. All right, we're going to turn the front burner off. We're going to turn the back burner on, and we're going to take the dome and put it on top. So now the smoker sits right on the stove, and where the chips are, underneath the back portion, you turn that burner on. All right, now we turn it on high, and you can see the paprika is hiding. There it is right here, but we want it in the front of the pan so it doesn't have heat directly underneath it. Why? Because the smoke will come from the chips. It'll rotate through this beautiful oven, and this is really nothing more than a Dutch oven. Very inexpensive. You can pick this up at your local superstore, and I mean, I love, then you cover it, and that smoke will start coming profusely off the chips. Let's see if we can see it to start. There you already see it coming up in the back side. And we do this at home 6 minutes on medium-high heat, 6 minutes, and then let it sit. Do not, under any circumstances, and I'm telling you the first time you do, your smoke alarm will go crazy, do not take the lid off during that 6 minutes, because there is billowing smoke inside. So what you want to do is go 6 minutes, then turn the heat off, and let that smoke just dissipate, just absolutely, it will settle down into that paprika. It will absorb that smoky flavor, and you've got your own homemade smoked paprika for a fraction of the cost. Now, I'm going to take one last look over here. Our soup looks absolutely delicious. We'll pull out some of the smoked paprika to finish this when we put it on a plate. And I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. Remember to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MPB Fit to Eat. And remember to like us, and more importantly, come right back. All right, let's talk about the nutritional information for this dish. 519 calories, 19 grams of carbs, 67 grams of protein, 18 grams of fat, and 4 grams of fiber. So as you can see, chicken is incredibly healthy. I love cooking with it. And like I said, I eat it about 4 or 5 times a week. Now we've got one last little fun trick. All we're doing is slicing our tomato. We're going to garnish around the edge, and we got a lot of flavor going on top, so I want these simply raw. Let's put these around the edge of our plate. We're going to put our soup here. Now we're going to take our asparagus, just set them on top, and no, you can't escape. Back on that plate. A few on each side. A little bit of this goodness, as I call it. And then 2 of our chicken skewers. And of course our cilantro soup. Woo, it's hot. Garnish that with a little bit of our jalapeno. And I tell you what, that is just a delicious looking meal. And we're going to finish it with a little touch of our smoked paprika. You got that beautiful color going on. And I mean, yummy. Let's talk. Okay, let's go ahead and figure this is one of my favorite meals, something that is absolutely delicious. You've got chicken, you've got cilantro. You've got to see us. Remember to join us on Facebook at facebook.com/MPB Facebook.com/MPB Fit to Eat. Facebook.com/MPB Fit to Eat. Chef Rob Stinson. See you next time.